History or history, the cup comes to Westport, held proudly by the one and only Dylan O'Malley. Kevin Kettrick picking up the Man of the Match award. Also, it was a historic day for the lads as they got their first clean sheet in the whole of the under-21 competition. So, starting off, Dylan, as captain, how did you find this historic day for yourself?
Probably deserved to win it. We were comfortable on the day, played around it. Most of the possession was in their half. Came through. We only had one other game. It was against Casper in the semi-final, and we bet them, and we were happy to beat them. And we sort of confident coming into the final that we should win it.
So, the big talking point early on was the penalty to Conn Rangers, and Peter McNally did what he had to do and kept the ball out. Talk us through that save, Dylan.
Peter made a great save. He played well, kept the ball out the net, and we went on to win, and it was a big turning point in the match. It was about 2-3 minutes in, nearly could have been one down, could have changed the game. Peter drove us out, we went on to win.
And then there was a couple of chances again in the first half, sticking with you, Dylan, and a couple of one-on-one saved by the goalkeeper, but he pulled off one brilliant save that could have prevented an own goal.
Yeah, we had a few chances, but we just kept going and going and going, and the goal eventually came through Keane Price at the end of the first half, and that gave us a big boost going into the second half, and we just kicked on and they couldn't handle with it, and we scored 3 more.
So, Kevin, man of the match, proudly holding that award. Give us a lift. Show everyone how proud you are, and I'm sure all the Louisburgh community will be proud of you today, including the original Louisburgh line, Desi O'Malley. So, how do you sum up today yourself?
I think overall we deserved to win. Played well on the day. It took us a while to settle into it, but when we did, I think we were the better side and deserved to win, I think.
Talk us through the goals.
First half Keno got us rolling. A great strike from the edge of the box. Keno has some strike on him. And second half, I think a great ball from Di got onto the end of it and finished it. And then Noah's goal was brilliant. He took it down and finished it very well. And then the own goal at the end kind of finished it off then.
And funny enough, when I was commentating, I was crediting your goal to Ted Horn, whatever it was, whether the brain got frazzled or something. But it was a little bit harder to see with the dugouts on the way. But apologies for that, but I did acknowledge it after that was your goal.
Oh, that's all right, yeah. Goal's a goal.
Yeah, and goal number 4, OG, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We're not giving that to Harrison here, no way.
Yeah, but he made a great run into the penalty box. One of the journals reckon that Evan Ralph got the last touch.
Yeah, it could have been Evan, yeah. Definitely wasn't Harrison anyway.
Not Harrison anyway.
100% sure.
The same down there.
Final answer, phone a friend, that's the audience.
Yeah, final answer, not Harrison.
So, that's the under-21 season complete. League runners-up, cup champions, first season. It's been a brilliant campaign, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The best games of the lot really were all against Casper Celtic. Intense, pacey, and it really showed what the standard of the competition is really like.
Yeah, it'd be tough again next year, but hope to do the double next year.
So enjoy your celebrations, and we're going to park it this game and looking forward to next week, the FAI Junior Cup. Okay, we didn't play Castlereagh the last time round, but it's a short trip to Ballinrobe. Looking forward to that one, I guess.
Ballinrobe will be difficult next weekend. We need to back into training now this weekend and make sure we get it right again next weekend. And
then, of course, the following week we're back here again with another cup final against Ballina Town. So we'll all be looking forward to that, wouldn't we?
Yeah, big few weeks ahead when you train hard, head down, and hopefully come out with 2 wins from 2.
And not forgetting, there's a couple of underaging lads involved in the squad, and they've a biggie on Wednesday night against Casper Celtic on the Astro at 8 o'clock. So we're hoping to get a big support to that one. Harrison, please. And not only get a good support, hopefully a place in the final.
Yeah, exactly. Look, we want to get as many people out to support them. They're going really well as well, so if we can get people over to watch them, it'll be great.
So we'll be looking forward to so many big games over the next couple of weeks. It's an exciting month, and I'm certainly proud to enjoy today, and I'm looking forward to everything else that's on offer. So many thanks, and I look forward to chatting to you again soon.
Thanks.
getting.
A historic season for Westport United under 21s, being the first league campaign, getting to a playoff in the league, didn't win that one, got to a cup final, won that, and also made history, first clean sheet. So today was historic for the club. And how do you sum that up?
Yeah, you've summed it up pretty well yourself, Kenneth. Very happy, obviously. One of the things that I'm most happy about is the fact that we came into this game kind of treating it as almost an adult final. And before I say anything else, I want to thank Kevin McNamara, Pat O'Donoghue and Tony Pearce in the Super League setup. They've embraced the under-21s and the under-18s in our club, and what you saw out there today and that victory today has a huge amount to do with the work they're doing on the training ground. So I'd like to acknowledge that before I do anything else. And then I suppose moving on to the players, what a great bunch of lads.
And of course, it didn't get off to a great start with a penalty going against us, but Peter McNally turned out to be the early hero of the game, saving the penalty.
Yeah, and it was a really important moment in the game, because if Conn Rangers had gone 1-0 up at that point in time, I think they could have defended in a low block quite successfully and could have frustrated us, and it could have been a very different game. So Peter deserves huge credit. Last time he was here, he blamed himself for a goal, and today he was one of our heroes. So well done for his persistence on that.
And following on from that, we had a couple of great 1-3-1 chances through Keane and Ted, and then Conn Rangers were very fortunate not to have gone behind when the keeper made a great save from their defender. Actually, it was the pick of all the saves.
Yeah.
But then Keane, just before half time, gave us the lead.
Yeah, that was another huge moment in the game, because it meant that we can come in at half time knowing that what was facing us in the second half. And there was a couple of very simple messages. One of the messages was that I felt we weren't holding the ball in the final third well enough, and that we were a little bit too keen on passing the ball as a kind of the killer pass through. And I asked all the players at half time, could they be a little bit more patient, develop the play a little bit more, get two or three more passes into every attack, and that I felt that we would open Conn Rangers up, and I think that's the way it panned out.
So goal number 2 fell to Kevin, and mistakenly I gave it to Ted initially on the commentary.
No, it was very definitely Kevin, and what a brilliant ball by Dylan. Defence splitting pass, and Kevin had the speed and the composure and the finishing technique. Superb.
Goal number 3, Noah.
Noah, what a class player. I think himself and Killian have a partnership there that you could see going into adult football for years and years to come. Two exceptionally talented centre halves, not the sort of big burly centre halves that win balls in the air, but two brilliant football brains, football quality, passing quality. They have it all. I would pay to come in and just to watch those two guys defending.
And goal number 4, Harrison Quinn was involved with that mazy run, and the ball played across. Who got the final touch? Was it a defender or was it Evan?
Well, Evan Ralph.
Evan. Yeah, because there was a few people asking that question. I was a bit unsure myself.
Yeah, we're going to give it to Evan, but why not? Last year at under 21, Evan has been with us since he was 10 years old, and this is his last year at under 21. His very last act at under 21 football is to score in a cup final. How could you take it from him?
So if you want to put that into a context of history in the first season, the first goal scored against Conn Rangers was by Ted back in the league. The first goal at under 21 level, he actually took the first tip off that day, and the last goal to be scored at the under 21s by the club happens to be the cousin then, if you want to give it to Evan.
Yeah,
so it's what you call history and keep it in the family.
Yeah, and listen, just a word on the players today. Every one of them, there was a man of the match called out, Kevin, and Kevin deserved man of the match, but our other performers on the day, there were so many top performers. If I start listing them now, Keane, Dylan, Fiona Hora, Jack Dawson, oh my God, the two centre halves, Harrison at right full, Alex at left full. We had so many top players today. I was so proud of them.
I know I've spoken to you privately during the week. The big headache was the embarrassment of riches we have within the squad, and that meant leaving players out, which was a very, very difficult call to make.
Oh it's one of the worst things of being a manager, that you have lads that you know are talented and you know can do a job, but because of numbers you still have to leave them out of the squad. You think that Adam Nugent wasn't here today, Sean Printy wasn't in the squad, Fiona Ruan, we couldn't get him into the squad because of some silly rule that he wasn't drafted over onto our squad by its date in September. I don't understand that. Dylan Duane, who was going to play a big part in the game today, signed for a club in England last week, and his transfer went through over the weekend, and when we tried to pick him on the team today, it wouldn't let us. You just name out those 5 or 6 players. There's so many good players coming through, and then another under 17 and a brilliant under 16 team coming through. So many top quality players coming through the youth system now.
And of course, it's a big week this coming week with the under 18s here Wednesday night against Casper Celtic, which will be another cracking game given the battles at under 21 level. I think we'd all be looking forward to that one on the Astro, and if they win that, they're into the Quigley Cup final, so it's a lot to look forward to. And then you've got the FAI Junior Cup next weekend, then you've got the Cup final here in 2 weeks, and then you've got the Connacht Cup for the B team away to Ballyglass, so it's an exciting couple of weeks ahead.
Oh, it's incredible. You start the season and you start training and you start playing these sort of routine weekly league games, and then suddenly you get into the business end of the season and it's just one top quality game after another. A huge amount to look forward to in the club. And
with the B team in the Connacht Cup, there'll be a few lads you'll be looking to bring into blood in for next year.
Yes, and that's the job of the B team, is to keep those players coming through all the time, so that Kevin can have a look at them at Super League level, and we all work with them and see who can make that step up.
So all I can say is enjoy the celebrations, and it's been a great day for the club, a historic day for the club, and from what we saw of the lads over the under 21 campaign, it would have been a travesty if they ended up the season without winning anything.
Yeah, and they showed great resilience. Kevin uses that word, resilience, and tenacity today to bring it home. Can I finish off by just thanking my buddies on the coaching side of things? Pádraig Burns. Pádraig was my coach when I was a player, and it's an absolute privilege now to have him beside me on the sideline. Stephen Duffy, brilliant football brain. Joe Fahey, who's just a great Westport United guy. Those guys, Joe and Stephen, couldn't be here today, but we're sharing this one with them.
Indeed, and I'm sure they will drink and toast to the success of the lads.
Thank you yourself, Kenneth, again.
Thanks once again.